What would you do if your GM played Russian roulette with the future of the franchise? First shot, a Pro Bowler in the crosshairs who promises terror in the NFC North. But his contract is a $22 million poison. Would you risk the wallet or lose the Titan that could make the Bears unstoppable again? Second shot, a star left tackle who would protect Caleb, but with a broken body. Would you sign a $1 million check if every snap could be his last? Third shot, betrayal live. Braxton Jones hears footsteps. $1 million renewal or fire in the trenches. Ryan Poles doesn't hesitate. The best five will play, even if it hurts. Now it's your turn. Do you support Poles' cruelty or condemn it? Comment before this blows up. And if you don't want to miss the Titan hunt, subscribe or burn watching your Bears sink again. Attention, Chicago Bears fans. Are you ready for a bomb that could change the course of your defense? I've got hot news straight from the NFL oven. And let me tell you this, folks, if Ryan Poles doesn't move right now, he'd be making a historic mistake. What's happening here? Jonathan Allen, the monster of the Washington Commanders' defensive line, is on the trade market. Two-time Pro Bowler. A quarterback destroyer who has played over 500 snaps as a defensive end in the last 3 years. And the Bears could acquire him? That's what we're talking about. But wait, why would Washington let him go? Allen is coming off a pectoral injury that limited him to just 8 games in 2024, reason why his market value might be low. But listen to me. He came back for the playoffs, showing he's still a Titan in that trench. Do you think the Bears should take the risk? I'm telling you yes. Here's the dilemma. Jervin Dexter and Andrew Billings are good, but enough to make this defense dominant? No! Allen is an instant upgrade. Imagine a line with Montez Sweat outside and Allen inside. This is a nightmare for offensive coordinators. But here's the other side. Is it worth giving up a second-round pick for a 29-year-old player with a $22.30 million contract? I'm asking you. Ryan Poles has 4 picks in the first 72 of the draft, but would a rookie have the same impact as a Pro Bowler in his prime? Watch out for Dennis Allen. The new defensive coordinator comes from New Orleans with an aggressive mentality. If he says, bring Allen, Poles has T.O. listen. Can you imagine the message this move would send? The Bears are coming for everyone in 2025. And the injury? Yes, it's a risk, but this is the NFL world. If you don't take risks, you don't win. Allen played 15 games in 2023 and 16 in 2022. Does a tear in 2024 make him fragile? Please! This guy is a warrior. Here's my final verdict. If the Bears don't chase Jonathan Allen, they'd be wasting a unique opportunity to transform their defense into something special. It's expensive, yes, but when is a championship won with fear of investing? Never! And now I ask you, Bears Nation, should the Bears give a second-round pick and $22 million for Jonathan Allen? Or is it too much risk for a player coming off an injury? Attention, Bears family! What if I told you that the future of our quarterback Caleb Williams could be in the hands of an injured Titan? That's right! The name being mentioned is none other than Ronnie Stanley, the star left tackle of the Ravens. But is Ryan Poles ready to bet millions and his own future on a player who has spent more time in the rehab room than on the field? I'm telling you this is a ticking time bomb, folks. Look, don't get me wrong. Stanley is a monster. In his prime, he was a human wall. Pro Bowl 2024 protected Lamar Jackson like he was his own child, but what good is all that if his body is made of glass? Listen to these numbers. From 2020 to 2023, he only played 31 games. 31! That's less than the fans' patience with Matt Nagy. And now, Chicago would be considering giving him $41 million for 2 years. Seriously, Poles? Are you going to risk the future of this franchise on a player who could break with the first tackle? But watch out! In 2024, Stanley played all 17 weeks. Sign of being healed? Or just a breather before another storm? Here's the dilemma, family. If he's healthy, he's the missing piece to transform this offensive line from acceptable to dominant. Imagine Stanley on the left, Darnell Wright on the right. It would be like locking down Fort Knox. But if he gets injured, guess who's back in the picture? Braxton Jones! The same one dragging a leg that looks like it's from a zombie movie. Does that give US confidence? Of course not. And don't get it wrong. This is not just a bet on Stanley. It's the future of Ryan Poles. The GM has played it modest with the offensive line, but if he poorly protects his quarterbacks, again, how much time will he have left? With $62 million in cap space, I demand they invest. But smartly. Stanley? Only if the doctors sign in blood that he's at 120%. And now my question for you. Is it worth signing Ronnie Stanley for $41 million, even if it's a medical risk? Or do you prefer to stick with Braxton Jones and have Poles look for another solution? And now I bring you news that could change everything we believed about Braxton Jones' future in Chicago. Ready for your world to be shaken? Because what Ryan Poles just dropped at the Combine is going to ignite debates. Let's be clear, Braxton Jones is not a bad tackle. Has he been solid in protecting the blind side? Yes. Has he earned the respect of the locker room? Sure. But, and here's the big but, is he the man to protect our future QB in the long run? Ryan Poles himself put him in check today. Did you hear that? Competition. The keyword echoing in Chicago. Do you think Jones is untouchable? The GM just told you no. Now, let's analyze bluntly. Jones' contract ends in 2025. He's coming off ankle surgery that kept him out of 2 crucial games. At 25 years old, is he the pillar or a temporary patch? I tell you this. His numbers don't lie. 5 sacks allowed, 26 pressures. Yes, he improved his technique, but would you trust a player who could demand $1 million extension after a season where he proved to be average? And here comes Poles' master move. With $79 million in cap space and the 10th pick in the draft. What will they do? Sign a star veteran like Ronnie Stanley? Or aim for an explosive young player like Will Campbell? I warn you. If they choose wrong here, they could ruin the franchise's next 5 years. But watch out, fans, this goes beyond Jones. It's about building a war trench. Poles said the best 5 men will play, and that includes removing Jones if necessary. Can you imagine? 3 years as a starter, and now fighting for his spot. Is it tough? Yes. Is it our reality? Absolutely. Here's my controversial analysis. Jones is good, but not elite. Chicago needs to protect a franchise QB, be it Williams or someone else. Would you risk that out of loyalty to a player who didn't even finish the season? I say no. And now, the question driving Bears Nation crazy, should the Bears cut ties with Jones in 2025 or give him one last chance? Comment below. If I were GM, I'd bring in fierce competition. Stanley in free agency plus a rookie in the draft. Let them fight like lions for the spot. Make no mistake, this defines Poles' era. Will he be the GM who built the line or the one who destroyed it out of stubbornness? I'll be watching every move. And you? Which side are you on? The Chicago trench is on fire. Are you ready to define the future of the Bears? First round of controversy, with $22 million and a second-round pick at stake, would you risk everything for Jonathan Allen knowing he's coming off an injury? Or do you prefer Poles to look for more stable options for the defensive line? That could change the course of 2025. Yes or no to maximum risk? If it were up to you, would you sign Ronnie Stanley for $41 million despite his medical history? Or do you trust Braxton Jones and use that money to strengthen other critical areas of the team? This decision could burn half the franchise. And the final bomb. Should 2025 be the final goodbye for Jones if he doesn't deliver, or give him one last chance to prove he's a key piece? This is the crossroad trending in Chicago. Bears Nation, this doesn't end here. Which side are you on? Comment with your stance, like if you want to see Poles take historic risks, and subscribe to be part of the family deciding this team's destiny. Click, activate the bell, and join the pack. Because here, every voice counts. Until next time, only if you subscribe.